Hey everybody, welcome to week 13 of the college football season. My name is Mike Branning. I'm the host of the college football road trip at cfbroadtrip.com. I'm coming to you this week from my hometown of Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I also checked out the Tulsa Temple game from this past week. The Tulsa won 40-10 in very convincing fashion. I'm also checking out some things as a visitor this week so I could write about it for my next blog entry for Stadium number 15 here in a couple weeks. So be on the lookout for that coming up. In the meantime, last week of the regular season this week, we have a lot of games going on. Our traditional Thursday night Egg Bowl matchup. We have a few Friday matchups, and a few Saturday matchups. So with all that said, let's just go ahead and jump into this week's picks. We're going to start off with a big rivalry game on Thursday night. We have the Egg Bowl with number 9 Ole Miss traveling to Mississippi State. Ole Miss is in the top 10 of the college football rankings. I think they're kind of under the radar because Georgia and Alabama get all the attention, but Ole Miss is a really good team. And Mississippi State, on the other hand, has struggled over the past couple weeks, has not looked that great. So because of that, I think Ole Miss has all the momentum and will win this game pretty handily. I have number 9 Ole Miss winning on the road at Mississippi State. Our next matchup is a Friday matchup. We have Boise State traveling to 21st ranked San Diego State. Boise State struggled quite a bit at the beginning of this season. San Diego State is obviously the ranked team, but Boise State is starting to come on a little bit as we come to the end of this season, and I think that's going to happen again this week with a small upset on the road. I have Boise State winning on the road at 21st ranked San Diego State on Friday. Our next Friday matchup is a Conference USA matchup. We have UTEP traveling to UAB. UTEP is the team that at the beginning of the season, no one expected them to be as good as they are. UAB, on the other hand, is coming off a loss last week to UTSA, where they had the game in hand. If not for a randomly tipped ball that went into the end zone from the 1 yard line, they would have beaten UTSA last week. UAB is a very strong team. I think UTEP is coming down a little bit over the past couple of weeks, so because of that, I have UAB winning this matchup. UAB winning at home over UTEP in Conference USA play. Our next Friday matchup, number 4 Cincinnati traveling to East Carolina in American play. East Carolina is another one of those teams that I think is under the radar. They are 5-2 in American play. I don't think many people anticipated that to start off the season. Cincinnati still has everything ahead of them. They are ranked number 4 this week. They just need to win this game and win against Houston in the American Championship game next week to make it to the playoffs. I don't think anybody will jump them as long as they win out. So they have to win this game. East Carolina will give them a game in the first half, but Cincinnati will find a way to pull away in the second. I have number 4 Cincinnati winning on the road at East Carolina in American play. Let's move to our Saturday matchups, and an interesting matchup to start off just for fun. We have 1-10 UMass traveling to 1-10 New Mexico State. Both of these teams obviously struggling throughout the year. UMass's only win came against 1-10 UConn team, so they are not very good. New Mexico State obviously not very good either, but New Mexico State is playing at home, and I think they are a little bit stronger than UMass, so I'm picking them to win this matchup at home. New Mexico State will win at home over UMass. Next, let's go to the Civil War rivalry in Oregon. We have Oregon State traveling to Oregon. Oregon is coming off that devastating loss to Utah, which is a game that I picked successfully last week, but they just looked a lot worse than I thought they would. Oregon State still wants to show that they're for real. They have struggled a little bit, and I think they're a little bit underrated as well. I think they're going to show Oregon that they are for real in the Pac-12 North with a win in this matchup. Oregon's going to continue to struggle. Have Oregon State winning on the road at Oregon and Pac-12 play. Let's go to a Big Ten West matchup next. We have 14th ranked Wisconsin traveling to Minnesota. If you haven't been paying attention to Wisconsin, they are ranked 14th now, which means they have been playing very well. They struggled at the beginning of the year mightily, but have come back strong, have a good chance to win the Big Ten West. They obviously have to win this game against Minnesota to do that. I think they will. Minnesota has struggled over the past couple weeks. I have 14th ranked Wisconsin winning on the road at Minnesota and Big Ten play. Next, let's go to the Iron Bowl. Number 3, Alabama traveling to Auburn. Alabama still has everything ahead of them. They obviously have to win this game. They need to win the SEC championship. I don't think a 2-loss Alabama team will make it to the playoffs. So obviously they have to win this matchup and then the SEC championship game. Auburn's trying to come on strong. Auburn always plays strong in the Iron Bowl. They have pulled off big upsets in the past against Alabama, but I don't think that's going to happen this year. Alabama has struggled. I think they might struggle in the first half of this matchup, but they'll pull away in the second half. Number 3, Alabama wins on the road at Auburn in the Iron Bowl. Next, let's go to Bedlam. We have number 10, Oklahoma, traveling to number 7, Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's already in the Big 12 championship game. Oklahoma will only make it if they win this matchup or if Baylor loses their matchup. Oklahoma is still struggling on the offensive side of the ball no matter what happens. On the flip side, Oklahoma State has made it this far by being a dominant defensive team. Their defense shown again last week, and I think it's going to happen again this week. Honestly, Oklahoma just has not been able to put a full game together on the offense side of the ball, and that will not work against the Cowboys. I have number 7, Oklahoma State, winning at home over 10th ranked Oklahoma in Bedlam in Big 12 play. And finally, let's go to the big game. Number 2, Ohio State traveling to number 5, Michigan. I don't know the last time that this game meant so much to both of these teams. The winner, obviously, is going to go to the Big Ten championship game. The winner is going to still be in the playoff discussion. The loser is very likely out of the conversation. Ohio State has just been amazing. They absolutely dominated Michigan State last week. Part of that is because Michigan State is not as strong as the record showed that they were going into that game. But part of it is just Ohio State has been looking unstoppable over the past few weeks. And although Michigan has had a very strong season, it's not going to mean anything this week because Ohio State is just on a roll. I have number 2, Ohio State winning on the road at number 5, Michigan in the big game in Big Ten play. So again, a lot of amazing matchups this week, last week of the regular season. I thank all of you for coming along with me on this journey. I will be back next week to pick all the conference matchups. So in the meantime, go enjoy all the college football games. I hope everybody has an amazing Thanksgiving with their families, and I will talk to you all again next week.